In the last video, we have discussed the types of matrix, different types of matrices. So we have discussed the diagonal matrix. In diagonal matrix, we studied that the square matrix whose all non-diagonal elements are 0 is said to be a diagonal matrix. One condition is there. Non-diagonals means only those in which, suppose Bij is any element, ith row, jth column, that will non-diagonal element will be 0 where I not equal to j. This is the condition. Because you see, this is also diagonal, this is also diagonal. Then why we have taken only these two 0, not these two? Because the condition here, those elements equals to 0 where I not equal to j. Here the elements is suppose a1 2, this is a11, I equals to j, I not equals to j. This is a21, this is a22, I equal to j. That's why these are non-zero, and all those elements, non-diagonal elements where I is not equal to j is equal to 0. Similar condition is applicable for scalar matrix also. Okay. So today we do some questions from your exercise. Exercise 3.1. A simple question is there. Question number 2. If a matrix has 24 elements, how many? 24 elements. Then what are the possible orders it can have? So we are given that the total number of elements in a matrix is 24 and we have to find out the possible orders. So we have studied that the total number of elements can be found out by multiplying the number of rows and number of columns. Means m into n will give the total number of elements. So here our m into n is equal to 24. So we have to find out the possible values for m and n. So what are the possible values? 24 you get by multiplying 3 into 8, 8 into 3, 4 into 6, 6 into 4, 12 into 2, 2 into 12, 24 into 1 and 1 into 24. These are the possible values for m and n. Here 3 rows, 8 columns, 8 rows, 3 columns, 4 rows, 6 columns, 6 rows, 4 columns and so on. So in this way we can find out the possible orders a matrix have. Next, question number 4. This is also from the exercise 3.1. So here you are given that you have to construct a 2 by 2 matrix. You have to construct a 2 by 2 matrix and the general form is given as A equals to Aij. But here elements are given by, means each and every element. Okay. So the type of elements is given as I plus j whole square divided by 2. Ij means I is the number of row and j is the jth column. So you have to form 2 by 2 matrix. In 2 by 2 matrix, how many elements we have? Total 4 elements. And what are those? A11, A12, A21 and A22. So first we find out A11. So in place of I we write 1 and in place of j we write 1. So ultimately what we get? 1 plus 1 2, 2 square 4, it will be 2. Similarly A12 equals to 1 plus 2 square by 2, this is 9 by 2. Then A21 is again 9 by 2 and A22 is 2 plus 2 whole square by 2 equals to 16 by 2 ultimately. So our final matrix will become 2, 9 by 2, 9 by 2 and 8. Okay. So this is our final answer. So in this way means you are given the element, you are defined the element in this way and you have to find out the different elements of the matrix. Next, question number 6. Here we have to find the values of x, y, z. Find the values of x, y, z. You are given that equals to y, z, 1, 5. So this is given. You have to find out the values of x, y, z. In the left hand side you are given a matrix which have the element 4, 3, x, 5. In the right hand side you are given y, z, 1, 5. So here what you have given? You have given that equal sign is there in between the two matrices. So equal means both matrices are equal. So you can equate the corresponding elements. We have studied in equality of matrices. The two matrices are equal when their corresponding elements are equal. So here already we are given that two matrices are equal. So we just equate the corresponding elements. So the first element is 4. Corresponding to 4 what we have? Y. So here we get y equals to 4. Similarly, z is corresponding element of this 3. So z equals to 3 and x equals to 1. So this is very simple. You just equate the corresponding element. So you have various questions in your exercise. You just try it. All the questions are easy. Next, we move to the another topic. This is your operations on matrices. In operations, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication. So one by one, we discuss all the operations. The very first operation is addition. Means how we add two matrices. Addition of two matrices or addition of matrices. In place of 2 you may have 3, 4, any number of matrices. So if we have to add two matrices, suppose I have matrice in the define as matrix A is x1, x2, x3, x4 and the other matrix B is y1, y2, y3, y4. A plus B will defined as x1 plus x2, sorry, this is not x1, x2, x3, x4 plus y1, y2, y3, y4, and you just add the corresponding elements together. x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2, x3 plus y3, x4 plus y4. So this is the resultant matrix. In this way, we do the addition of two matrices. One thing keep in mind, whenever you have to add two matrices, both are of same order. Both matrices must be of same order. Otherwise, you will not able to add, because then you will not get the corresponding elements for each and every element. If suppose here you have 2 by 2, here you have 2 by 3, then what about the third column? With whom you will add the third column? So for addition, always the order of the matrices should be same. Similar, the same concept we use for subtraction of matrices. In subtraction, everything is similar to addition, only in place of plus we just write minus. In that case also the order must be same. Next one is multiplication of matrix by a scalar quantity. Multiplication of matrix by a scalar means by any constant. Suppose you have a matrix A, then if you multiply K with A, where K is any scalar, but the thing is how you will multiply K with A, because A has various number of elements. Suppose you have A equals to 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 2. The order of the matrix is 2 by 3. And you have K equals to 2. Now you have to find Ka. It means 2 is multiplied with the given matrix A. Now you have to multiply K with each and every entries of the matrix individually. Suppose you have 2. 2 is for the whole matrix. 2 into 2 you will get 4. 2 into 3 6. 2 into 4 8. Again 2 into 6 12. 2 into 5 10. 2 into 2 4. So this is the resultant matrix after multiplying with the scalar K. So this is the scalar multiplication of a matrix. Next, we move to properties of matrix addition. So the very first property is commutative. So you all know what is commutative. Let A and B are two matrices of order m by n. Then A plus B is equal to B plus A. Means either you multiply it in this way or in this way, the result will be same. This is called commutative property. Next one is associative. Let A, B, C are three matrices of order m cross n. Then A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. You all know about these properties, but the difference is here you have, in place of numbers or digits, you have to deal with the matrix. Matrix also contain numbers, but the form is different. So in associative, A plus, then bracket, you have to first add B plus C, then the result should be added with A in the left hand side. And in the right hand side, you have to first add matrix A and B, then the resultant matrix will be added with matrix C. So both the result of left hand side should be equal to right hand side. This is the associative property. Means we associate the matrix. The third one is existence of additive identity. In your last class, you all studied about this additive identity and all. In additive identity, we all know that what is the additive identity? It is 0. 0 is for any digit. But here, you have to deal with matrix. So, you should get 0 in the form of matrix. So, here we denote it by O. This is called 0 matrix. We have learned yesterday in the last video, where all the elements are 0. This is called 0 matrix or null matrix. So, existence of additive identity means you have to, when you add some particular matrix with the null matrix, you should get the matrix itself. So that is called the additive identity. Means you add with some matrix, the result will be the matrix itself. So here your additive identity is the null matrix, that is 0, 0, 0. All elements are 0. Order may be 2 by 2, 2 by 3, anything. Next is existence of additive inverse. Now, what is additive inverse? So, we all know additive inverse means when we add that particular number with its inverse, we should get the additive identity. The same thing will in case of matrix, suppose you have a particular matrix A, then you have to add it with some another matrix so that you should get the null matrix. That is your additive identity. An additive identity have all the elements are 0. So how you get 0? All the elements. If you have A, add with minus A. Suppose you have A equals to 2, 3, 3, 4. Then your minus A will be minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 4. When you add A and minus A, 2 minus 2, 0, 3 minus 3, 0, 3 minus 3, 0, 4 minus 4, 0. Ultimately, you get the null matrix. So, this is the additive inverse of any matrix. Next, we will do the very important part of matrix. This is also an operation, but it is little bit complicated. Not hard, but you have to be very careful while doing the multiplication of matrices. There is one condition to add, means you cannot add all the matrices of any order with each other. There is condition which must be satisfied by both the matrices, then you are able to multiply the two matrices. So what is this condition? See, product of two matrices A and B is defined if and only if the number of columns of A is equal to the number of rows of B. Means the number of columns of A is equal to the number of rows of B. Means if A is m by n order matrix, means here number of row is m and number of column is n. Then B must be of order n by p. It may be different, but what we have learned, number of column of A, here number of column of A is n, is equal to the number of rows of B, and number of rows is here n. So ultimately what you get when you multiply A and B, you get the resultant matrix C, whose order will be m by p. The same number get deleted, we have the matrix of order m by p. So listen carefully how we multiply the both, because up to addition and subtraction we have studied that we can add the two matrices or subtract the two matrices if their order is same, but here their order is different. So how we multiply with different orders? Suppose you have A equals to 6, 9, 2, 3. This is 2 by 2 matrix. Then here number of rows is 2, number of column is 2. So the number of column of A should be equal to the number of rows of B. So number of row will be 2. 9, 8. So it is 2 by 3 matrix. So your C, suppose the multiplication of AB is C, so your C will be of order 2 by 3. So now how we multiply? Just write 6, 9, 2, 3 and then 2, 6, 0, 7, 9, 8. So first we have to multiply the first row of the first matrix with the first column. First row with the first column. Then first row with the second column. Then first row with the third column. Means first we have to complete one row with all the columns of the second one. Then we move to the another row. Then multiply this row with each and every column of the another matrix. So ultimately how many elements we have in the resultant? 6 elements. So 6 into 2 plus 9 into 7. First row, first element of the first row with the first element of the first column plus second element of the first row with the second element of the first column. This is next 6 into 6 plus 9 into 9. Then 6 into 0 plus 9 into 8. So one row completed. 2 row, 3 column. Next 2 into 2 plus 3 into 7, 2 into 6 plus 3 into 9, 2 into 0 plus 3 into 8. So this is the process. Now we have to just find out the result. So the result will be equals to 6 2s are 12 plus 9 7s are 63, 6 6 are 36 plus 9 9s are 81. So 0 plus 9 8s are 72, 2 2s are 4 plus 3 7s are 21, 2 6 are 12 plus 3 9s are 27, 0 plus 24. So just add 7, 72, 25, 9, 37, 39 is 24. So this is the resultant matrix C. It is of order 2 by 3. This is all about the multiplication of matrices. Next we will discuss in our next video.